Alright, she says she's here, so I'm just gonna film as soon as I get it. Exiting the cafe. She said green car. Sorry. Crap, I don't see it. Alright, I think I found her. Here she is, look at that. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna go in. I'm not sure I'm gonna do this. But sorry about that. So yeah, thank you. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
I didn't open.
Yeah.
I didn't close that correctly. Okay, so I am filming. I am in a Soviet OG car.
Yeah, which is called Lada Kopeyka. So the car is Lada and the model is Kopeyka. So like, I don't know, Hyundai is the car and Solaris is
Right.
like the model.
Okay, of course, seatbelt.
Yeah. So Evan, tell me, where have you already been and what are you interested in? Have you been near the Hermitage, near the Winter Palace?
Yeah, I was just near the Hermitage and the Winter Palace. I'm not sure. I know I was near.
So here.
I don't really know the names, but
Okay.
I've been to some places, not everywhere. So honestly, anywhere you want to show me, I'm okay. I'm okay with seeing.
And maybe you have some sphere of interests, I don't know, about, for example, about the music, theater, are you interested in, or in some sports, in football, for example. So my plan now is that now we are going to see the main Orthodox Church in the whole Russia. I mean the main Orthodox, it was during before the Russian revolutions, when they started at the beginning of the 20th century. So we start from the St. Isaac Cathedral. Then we will see the complex of buildings of the Mariinsky Theatre, one of the main musical theatres, not only in St. Petersburg but in the whole Russia. Then we'll see. We'll discover some islands on which St. Petersburg is situated, and then we'll see the cruiser Aurora, one of our famous ships which took part in different battles in the First World War, and many more. And then I want to show you something interesting and non-touristic place, but with a beautiful view. First of all, and very interesting, it will be the view on our new football stadium.
Okay.
And we will be on the territory of the yacht club, or the Imperial Yacht Club.
So from what I've seen, all the cars here are in manual.
Yeah.
So you have to like constantly switch this. So
each time.
in the United States, you just have automatic. So
Only.
you just have to, only. You just put it in drive and you don't have to think about anything else. It's actually a lot easier.
Yeah, I agree, because my own car is automatic, and each trip with you, with friends of our city, it's a kind of competition for me to deal with, but it's not very complicated. It's quite understandable.
Yeah, people that I spoke to is saying it's not that complicated, but you have one pedal for the gas, one for the brake, and then one just to shift this gear.
Yeah,
right?
You're right. This car came from the 1979, so more than 40 years.
That's what the back looks like.
Everything inside and outside is original, except this roof, which can be opened during the summer. If you want to, later we can open it, but it will be rather cold.
Oh no, that's okay.
We made it for the summertime, when it's hot, extremely hot in our
Does it get very hot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The temperature can be not very high, but our interesting specialty of the city that we have a high level of humidity. That's why, for example, 22 or 25 degrees above zero will be quite warm and hard to breathe.
Just like my dad's old van. Yeah.
So Evan, and you are from where?
I'm from New York.
From New York. Oh, wow.
Yes, from New York.
It's your touristic trip?
Yeah, all tourist. I came here December 31st, and I arrived in Moscow. And then I stood 1 week there, and then I took the bullet train, 4 hours to St. Petersburg, and I got here on Tuesday.
And how many days are you planning to stay?
I'm staying here until Sunday. And then Sunday I take the train back to Moscow, and then the next day I go back home on Monday, taking the plane. So I'm just going back to Moscow Sunday because I don't want to take the train on Monday in case I'm late to my flight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so far I love Russia. The people have been extremely nice, extremely friendly, like just really nice, and really honest. It's crazy.
Because you thought something different.
No, not that. It's because in New York, not everyone's so nice. It's like it's sort of like a big mix. But yeah, there is a lot of stereotypes. Obviously, I don't believe it, and especially now I experience it. I know it's not true. The main stereotype is don't go to Russia. It's too cold. You're gonna freeze to death.
So you see our cold winter now. Where is the cold? Where is the freezing cold?
Yeah, there's not even any snow.
Yeah.
And then another stereotype is that Russian people are grumpy, and that Russian people are rude.
Especially, it's not true for St. Petersburg. Maybe a little bit for Moscow, but it depends. So you're very lucky to make the whole picture and to compare St. Petersburg atmosphere with the Moscow.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's start to talk about our city, maybe some historical facts, not boring, just something interesting to make this picture more clear. Starting from the beginning, our city is not very old, for example, not so old as Moscow.
Oh yeah, I heard it's like around 300 or something?
Yeah, 317. Yeah, we'll be in this year, 317. And we started to grow since the reign of Peter the Great, or Peter the First. He started the city, and why he decided to choose this territory, because there were, how to say it, there were some people here, some groups of people, Finnish and Sweden one, and during the beginning of the 18th century, our country, Russia, we conquered with the Sweden for these territories, and of course Peter the Great, he wanted to be the winner, and he was looking for the good place to erect the new fortress to win all these battles. This war was called the Civil War. It was lasted for 21 years, and finally we got all these territories and something more. And what Peter thought, he decided to not only to make here the fortress, of course, from which today is the focal point, the fortress of Peter and Paul. I think you can see it from this Hermitage, from the embankment. So we will see it today again. So the city starts to grow from the fortress and from the church which is inside it, and he wanted this city to be the big Russian sea and river port, and then to be the most luxurious cultural capital. So when we came back, returned to the city's names, we know the official names. Yes, St. Petersburg today, and the city is called not after Peter himself, but after one of his saints. His name was also Peter, and this Peter, the Saint Peter, is one of the saints of our city. So in the whole Russia, each city or each town has its own saints, maybe not one, something more. So we have two of them, Saint Peter and Paul. That's why the cathedral got the name Saint Peter and Paul Cathedral. And that's why Saint Petersburg, not because the Tsar was saint.
Right.
And during the history, whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some pretty good driving.
Many drivers think that it's too simple for me, like for them to turn the brake and to stop.
Yeah,
but they should be careful.
So you were born here?
Yeah.
And have you traveled anywhere?
Yeah, of course, but I have never been in the United States, in New York yet.
So no US?
No.
Europe?
Europe, yeah.
Where have you gone in Europe?
To Paris, to Brussels, to where it was a trip, like a bus trip, 1 day in the new city, like a complex one, 7 days, 7 cities, and it was quite long years ago. Some countries like Vietnam, Turkey.
Vietnam. So you went to Asia, Turkey.
Yeah.
I heard in Turkey that the banyas over there aren't as intense.
What? Yeah.
Like the saunas, like the banyas.
Yeah.
That they're better over here. That's what I heard than Turkey. I don't know if that's true. And what about South America?
No. Not yet.
So Asia, Europe.
Asia, Europe, yeah.
One of the
Russia, so of course Moscow, because it's for us.
This is technically my first time in Europe.
And why have you chosen Russia?
Why?
Why?
What do you mean it's Russia?
Why it is interesting for you? I don't know, maybe for
you know how many people ask me that?
Different aspects.
So
because it's interesting for us.
Yeah. So many people ask me like, but why are you here? Like
without anything bad.
Yeah, I know. So in 2019 I discovered that I love traveling. So Russia is on on my list of traveling. And this time of year, for some reason, the tickets were extremely cheap. Usually they're like over $1,000. And that price is in the summer. And right now in the winter, it's cheaper because not people want to travel when the country is cold. And I don't mind coming in the cold, so that's why I'm here right now. And yeah, just seeing, I just want to come here, like for tourism, seeing the history, culture, art, the food. I love the food here.
You've tasted something typically Russian.
Yes. Yeah? Love the food.
Or what was it? The pancakes or some soups?
I had borscht, which is probably my favorite. I had pelmeni, which is very good. I've had a sort of a donut. I think it's called pushki, yeah. What else did I have? I had a bunch of like salted vegetables. I tried some caviar. I tried some honey.
Cool.
I tried up a lot, yeah.
Now we have a little stop. Yeah, to take, maybe to go outside the car to see the cathedral, and we stopped here to make the best view, to make the best pictures for you, maybe for the island.
Alright, cool.
Oh, for the island, my god, for the cathedral. Let's go outside.
Okay.
We can make it in another way. Let's talk firstly about the cathedral. So the name is Saint Isaac Cathedral. The main interesting fact about it, that the construction lasted for 40 years. The architect was Auguste Montferrand, he was a French architect. And the enormous building, if you're interested or if you will have some time, I invite you to go inside and to go upstairs on the colonnade where you can see some people going because of the beautiful view on the city center.
Yeah, I'm very impressed that the heat still works. My father had like a Lincoln, which is like a pretty old car. Not as old as this, obviously. And eventually, like, the heat just stopped working. I don't know, the heat was working. The air conditioning stopped working.
So it's the same. So started from the city growth. It was a plan according to which the city should be erected. So not just spontaneously, for example, I want to erect the new building in the city center and I started it. No, you should do everything according to the general plan. As Peter wanted to be the city the most beautiful, the most luxurious, what he decided to do, now I'm thinking where to go, let's go this way. He invited a lot of architects, painters from Europe, from France, from Italy, Netherlands, and that's why, especially in the city center, on the territory where we are now, you can see the mix of different architectural styles, but they are mixed in harmony. Yeah, not like this building, just enormously bigger or incredibly matte, and another one in the classical style. All is in harmony. And for many years, since the beginning, it was the law, and since now it is still working, the law about the height of the new buildings for their city center. So you are not allowed to erect the new building higher than some level. So on the example of one of the buildings of the Mariinsky Theatre, I will show you which should be the level in the city center.
So when did you get this car?
What?
When did you get this car?
So if when you booked the tour, you booked it on Airbnb or where?
Airbnb.
Airbnb. So you wrote to Victoria or to Oleg. They are the owners of this car, and I am just a guide, which they are asked to make this tour.
So they own they own the car.
They own the car, two of them. This one and another one.
I see. And so
and they asked if they are free, they will make it by their own.
yeah.
For example, Alec is is making these journeys for German people because he's talking German.
Yeah, yeah. So then your name is Veronica.
Veronica.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. And so I guess eventually they just destroyed all these cars, right? Or they threw them out, or do you know?
From where they got this car?
No, like what happened to all the Soviet cars? They just threw them out, right?
I think that a lot of them now in the private collections, and
okay.
we can. That's why we can't see them on the streets just freely. The fixing of this car, in my opinion, is not very difficult, not very expensive. So the answer is not in money,
Right.
in some different reasons.
Oh, we can smell the gasoline, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
We can.
Oh, okay, got it.
Everything is okay, don't worry.
No, yeah, I'm not scared. I'm just, you know,
wondering.
It's kind of like nice because it's...
Yeah, with this original smell.
Yeah, it's like very original. Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna give the camera a rest for now. Oh, and there's no mirror over here, I noticed that.
Yeah, and that's
on
one of
purpose?
the difference. It's
There's a mirror
original
there.
construction without these mirrors. Maybe because the traffic wasn't so hot 40 years ago, like today.
Right.
We did it like this.
And there's a horn? There's a horn in over there?
What?
Like a beeper? You know, like...
This, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can.
Okay, got it. Yeah, like I don't know like how old this really is, but I mean it has everything.
Yes.
It has everything, yeah.
Understandable. It's if you drive the modern car, you will understand.
It has a mirror, it has windshield wipers, heater, yeah, everything. I'm very impressed. Yeah, I just wanted to film this real quick. I didn't even know like this was legal to like drive over here, but okay. And look, there's like no in America there would be like definitely a gate over here because for some reason everyone likes to touch everything in America, and everyone like touch things. You know. I feel like given the right time, it could actually like flow over a little bit, like on a full moon or something. It's really pretty, yeah.
The St. Peter and Paul fortress and the cathedral with its spire, and these columns are the symbols of our city. There are two of them. They are called the rostra columns. The name rostra means the noses of the ships, which are situated on the columns on different sides. These noses. To erect these types of columns, it was a tradition came to us from the old Rome, and the tradition tells that these columns should show that there are ships who are coming here to the city, the power of the city and the friendship between every tradesman. You can see the torches on the top.
Oh yeah, they used to be on fire.
Yeah. On the big holidays, so when we celebrate, for example, the birthday of the city or the end of the Second World War, they are lighted.
Alright, so we're back in the car. Just wanted to show the night city view inside the car. Very pretty, especially this time of year. But yeah, mostly I just been enjoying the tour off camera because I want to enjoy some of it off camera. Pretty. Yeah, it's kind of dark out, so I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but
so this is the restaurant on the right, left also.
Yeah. So right there, that blue thing is
the stadium, like a big spaceship.
yeah, where the what was it? You said the World Cup?
Yeah, for the
World
FIFA
Cup.
World Cup, the previous year.
Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Oh yeah, wow. Alright, so the tour is done, so I just want to say goodbye on camera.
Thank you.
So yeah, Veronica's been an amazing tour guide, an amazing driver.
Oh,
And
sorry.
What is that? Oh, should I run out?
It's not for me. I think it's not for me.
Oh, okay.
And not for you, but we are forbidden to stay here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run out. Alright, bye guys.
Yeah. Thank you.